For this week, we feature the lady behind a social enterprise that focuses on the exciting region of modern Mindanao. Watch and see how traditional products come to terms with modern living in this feature.
Meet Miss Marga Nograles, owner and proprietor of Kaayo Modern Mindanao. This young woman has opted to leave behind a string of exciting jobs to focus on what Mindanao has to offer to the Philippines and the rest of the world.
So before I was doing Kaayo, I studied. I was born and raised in Davao. And I went to Ateneo here in Manila for college. And then after college, I worked in New York for a while. I was with the Department of Tourism there as a local hire. I was doing special projects for them in New York. And then after that, I came back and then I worked for Paul Smith. That is a British brand. I was their women's buyer there. And then after that, I brought in Havaianas, the brand Havaianas, to Southeast Mindanao. So I am the exclusive sub-distributor of Havaianas in Southeast Mindanao. So mainly that was what I was doing pretty much before I started Kaayo.
Marga apparently got her inclinations from her own mother, who she said worked all her life with Mindanao tribes, training them for livelihood and even buying their products so she could sustain them. Because Marga's husband is Congressman Karlo Nograles of Davao City, it was inevitable that people would also approach her for help. She thought of having them make a jacket that she can showcase to friends and was pleasantly surprised at their favorable reaction. Soon she was buying for her friends as well, and this started the seed for Kaayo.
And then eventually, I started making also clothes on my own and then having them embellished. So everyone was so interested, you know. Everyone was asking about it and everyone was ordering and everyone wanted it. So yun, that's how I think we were born. And it was just so inspiring to see that this little business, is able to help these tribes who initially had nothing.
By the very name of her brand, Kaayo brings across the message that Marga hopes for.
Kaayo in Bisaya means goodness or kindness. So basically, we are here to hopefully inspire the goodness and kindness to as many people as we can. What Kaayo is really is a curated collection of different Mindanao stories. So many people ask me, what do you mean by Mindanao stories? So we're from Mindanao. This is our heritage, our culture.
Marga brings together the best of the region. For now, she has various collections of clothes from the different tribes from Mindanao.
So now we have a partnership with the Bagobo, Tagabawa tribe, and then the Tiboli tribe, and just recently the Mandaya tribe. So what's happening is we make clothes and then they embellish it with their stories, with their culture, with their inspiration. Parang sa kanila yon. Parang they put their story into the pieces that we do. You know, in Mindanao, there's so much beauty in Mindanao. Like there's food, there's our cheeses there, our chocolates, our people. There's many things that we can do actually with Kaayo. So yun lang yung focus namin now in the start. The Tiboli tribe, what they do for us is the embroidery. So you can see these intricate embroidery that goes on the skirt. That's what they do. They're a colorful tribe in the mountainous regions of Lake Cebu, also in Mindanao. And then aside from the embroidery that they do, they also do the beading. So these intricate beadwork na ganyan, they do that also. The Bagobo is a tribe naman in Davao City. So we work closely with their princess, my good friend, si Bay Arlene Salazar is her name. And then they are also another colorful tribe whose designs and inspiration come from their dreams. So parang they're called the dream weavers. So every time I ask her about it, she goes, kami kasi their dreams. When it comes to their dreams, that's when they are inspired to do the work that they do. So they're the ones who do the scarves for us. So the scarves are handmade from scratch, everything. Fabric is bought and then it is dyed using natural dyeing techniques. So They choose that the dyes are natural. They cook that pa. I mean, it's heated somewhat. I mean, it's a special way of doing it, of course, no? And then they knot it, and then we cut it, and then they also do the intricate beading. So sila rin yan. They bead it intricately, and then the pom-poms are handmade from scratch also. So every single thing is handmade from scratch. And no one scarf is the same. So meaning different women make the different scarves. So different women have different designs, different dreams, different ways of putting the scarf together.
And their latest partner, the Mandayan tribe, is responsible for these colorful patches that Marga puts in her linen shirts.
Actually, I'm very lucky. I mean, thank you. I'm so thankful to the Lord for this opportunity, because right when we first brought it to Manila, everyone wanted it. You know, I think everyone liked that it told a special story, and I think they liked the idea of them wearing something that is more meaningful. You know, parang I wear my jacket and I know that this is made by a woman who dreamt of a story and embroidered that into my jacket. So it is a piece that is special to me. So I am willing to pay the extra amount for it, just because it is more special than my just buying in some random shop or department store or in China, I don't know.
These are the collections of Marga on display at her home. Soon, she will have her own showcase, but for now, she has some pop-up stores and display areas in selected stores.
What sets us apart in light of that is because we are doing this because our main goal is really to be able to help people who need the help. Because there are many brands now doing this social enterprise, no? Yes. Many are doing that, and I think more than what sets us apart, I think it is great that we all come together and see how we can all work together to bring more of these brands, because there's so many women who still need the help and who still need the inspiration and the guidance, because there's so much talent out there, and we can all work together to bring this to the market. Everyone wants to be wearing a story. Let's continue to do that. And let's tell the tribes and our partners and our women that, you know, let's do this. This is forever. You know, let's do this forever. Kaya natin to. Let's continue to be inspired. Let's continue to teach our children not to stop weaving, not to stop dreaming.
And of course, like in any other business or social enterprise, there are challenges to meet.
There are many challenges because, of course, these tribes are not schooled like us. You know, they did not have the opportunities that we had. So there are many things we have to teach them. You know, we teach them many things, and then in return we also learn many things from them. With this business model, it is not like a clean cut. Okay, every single centavo kinikwento mo yan. Hindi. No, you don't know because sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you need, let's say you need a collection that to come to you next week, no? So dumating ng next week and then wala pa rin because nabagyo sila or the kids her kid was in the hospital. You know, there are many things that can happen that way, and we cannot foresee that. So I'm only doing this because I'm able to help. So if I was able to help them na, then that's good enough.
For Marga, business is not all about profit. She started Kaayo in early 2017. She remembers being invited to Paris to take part in a show. Of course, for a newbie, this was an exciting opportunity. But realist that she was, she realized and accepted that she wasn't ready to take on this challenge.
Our scarves, for instance, we cannot mass produce that. You know, each scarf is special. Each scarf is really its own personality. We cannot do the exact replica of that scarf. So like buyers, buyers in Paris or in Europe, they wanted to mass produce, meaning they wanted maybe 20 of a certain scarf and then 50 of a certain scarf. We couldn't do that yet. So that's when I put a hold on that and then decided to just focus muna on the Philippines and then try to grow it here with the Filipinos.
Because she is now focusing on the Philippines first, her price points cannot be too high. Other local brands are also now incorporating traditional elements in their products, and her pricing has to be competitive.
I want us all to be inspired first and then carry our culture. So I always say carry our culture. I would love to see us all carry our culture. Parang my dream is also to see the children. So my daughter, my kid, you know, and her friends, they wear kaayo and they tell the story of, oh, this is done by Ate Elena in Davao. She's a Tiboli. And then they in school, they're told stories about the tribes. Because they learn about the tribes, you know, the peoples of the Philippines. So they say, yeah, my scarf is made by Ate Elena and she's my friend. She's a Tiboli, like that. And then my last trip to Davao, my son said, you're going to the Bagobos? Can I go with you, Mama? Because we just learned about them. Ganyan. So he comes, and then they dressed him up as a datu. And then so he was so happy to just be with them.
She is happy to note that more and more Filipinos are supportive of this trend.
So my Instagram account actually was just opened in 2017, January. So now we have like almost 10,000 followers. And all mostly from the Philippines. So for me, that is like amazing. I would have never even thought that I would get, what, 2,000 followers. You know, meaning all these people, they care for it. And they're here to support it. Because they all believe, everyone believes now na parang, this is ours. This is our culture. Go pagyabang natin to. Because nga, all these people are so talented. By God's grace, it's grown. I cannot keep up with it anymore. We are fixing our customer service. We are fixing our back end to make sure that we're able to reply to all of you better as best we can.
Now, Marga has started her own website, but she admits she has to work hard on it yet. Her business grew via Instagram, and now she is leasing space in some prominent addresses like the Park in Shangri-La Mall, Cultura in Makati, and Podium and Dimension at the Fort. But Instagram still works well for most people.
So if there's something they like on Instagram, we give them our parang Kaayo concierge number. So they call that number and then we are in touch with them via Viber or WhatsApp or just via text.
No, Marga says they cannot customize yet, but who knows, they will get there soon enough.
So our goals right now is really to still continue to strengthen the relationships with the tribes and to still come up with pieces that are able to sell well for them to be able to get back what is theirs right away. And then I'm also looking to do a special project with a good friend who is a big blogger, but it's not final yet. But what we want to do is to be able to give back to the tribe. We are looking at maybe sending some kids to school from the tribe. So crossing my fingers, hoping that will push through maybe late this year. We are looking to do a bagobo line. It's a handmade bagobo line with leather and espadrille shoes, sneakers. I think what's important is that you have your own brand, your own personality, your own creativity. And then you just constantly invent, create, and be inspired, and constantly remind yourself why you're here. Then you just make and make and make. You never look at what is your competitor or what he's doing or what. Never. I never do that. I just always focus on what inspires me and focus on what I feel will work for now. Parang ganyan. So it's me not looking around. It's really just focused on what we do. In 5 to 10 years, well, first I would like to see our showroom set up, no? And then I would like to see more collaborations with the brand. Because that's what Kaayo really is about. It's really about collaborations, working with other people, bringing people together, bringing Mindanao to the world, bringing Mindanao to the Philippines, and all just really meeting each other and coming together to create special and unique things. So there's many things we can do. So I am excited.
Kaayo has been in the market for just over a year, but more and more people are getting aware of the brand. Here's Marga's advice for budding entrepreneurs.
If you have a dream, go for it. You know, don't be afraid. Just go, and just go. And then with what you do, it will be a nice aspect to have a purpose, no? Because if you're doing it and you're able to help someone, it eventually does not matter if you do not succeed. But if you're able to help that person, you're more than successful.
Now let's take a look at Marga's collection.
Our most popular pieces when we started were our skirts. So these are our skirts. So here. So this is hand embroidered by the Tiboli tribe. So in the start, we only had 2 colors. and then ubusan. Parang everyone was ordering and ordering. And I remember at the time, I didn't really figure out how best to set up with the tribe. And then we now have like a number of new colors, like we have white, there's chambray, there's denim, and there's a very, very nice brown that is actually now sold out. But here there's a nice navy blue, and it's still selling well now, again, with God's grace. And then a new collection that we have is our Mommy and Me collection that has not been launched yet. So we're launching it in Artefino. So here it is. So this is neoprene. So it's less gusutin and all. And then we have lang the Tiboli accent. So we have the Tiboli accent, and then it's matching to your baby girl. Ayan. So Mommy and Me siya.
And here, Marga shows us one of her top favorites.
And then one of my favorites also is my linen long sleeve. See, it's fresh out of the box. So it's nice. I love this because you can wear it. You can put the collar up and it stays up. Alam mo yun, yung high collar siya. So this is also very popular. We started selling only to friends in the start. When it just launched, mga two months ago. So bago-bago lang. The Mandaya patch is also one of a kind. So no one is the same. If you notice, there's another one here. So it's another patch also. This one even has a beading detail.
This new design was made for her friend, New Tourism Secretary Berna Romulo Puyat, embellished by the Tiboli tribe, which became so popular that it sold out in no time.
This special pink I made because of Tita Milet Manangkil. She told me, you know what, pink I think is a nice color. Okay, let's do pink. So I did a pink one for her, and then I decided, so when you do a run, kasi you cannot just do one color, no? Kasi sayang yung dye. Kasi if you'll naturally dye it pink, you have to get maybe at least four scarves. So we had around 4 pink scarves. And then suddenly everyone went gaga with our shirt dresses. So I was like, oh my gosh, thank you, Lord. We almost sold out on this. So it's a shirt dress. It comes with a pocket. I mean, there's a pocket in the shirt dress. And then it is hand beaded by the tribe.
She cannot give out guarantees, but Marga says some of her customers actually machine wash their pieces, and they are none the worse for it. So if you want to be a part of the national consciousness to showcase our traditional products, Marga has a special invite for you.
Thank you everyone for all your support for Kaayo. We at Kaayo are forever grateful and blessed for everything. And we promise you to continue to be inspired and to continue to create and to continue to serve you as best we can. So please come visit us. So we are at the park in Shangri-La Mall, the 4th floor of the new wing of Shangri-La Mall. And then we are always at the Katutubo pop-up market that will be in Manila House or Dimensione at the 4th. So please follow us in our Instagram. That's kaayo.ph. All our schedules are there, new collection, everything about Kaayo will be there. And you can also text us in our Kaayo concierge, and then anything you want from us, we will help you as best we can. Just text us at that number. The number is on our Instagram. Again, that's kaayo.ph. Thank you very much.
That was Kaayo Modern Mindanao by Marga Nograles, our featured Proud Pinoy entrepreneur this week.